it's Jennifer from Flux. Welcome to week 1 of the 2022 Flux Holiday Crochet Along. I'm so excited you're here. I've been working on this project for, I don't know, about a month or so, and I'm really excited to finally get to share it with you today. Our holiday crochet along, just a little bit of background, is the first crochet along we ever did many years ago. So there's always a lot of excitement, and I always look forward to this particular crochet along, our holiday crochet along. We are going to be making this year the Merry and Bright pillows. This is a gorgeous, luxurious pillow that is crocheted in some really lovely, kind of decadent velvet yarn. It feels wonderful, and it's worked up in a lovely textured waffle stitch. Now, my studio lights are very bright, so you can sort of see the pillow form, but when I tilt it, you can get more of a real life idea of how it looks. But this is a really easy pattern. We're actually going to make 2 squares out of the waffle stitch that I'm going to walk through every step of the way and stitch of the way, and then we're going to sandwich them together and just do a really easy single crochet seam. Super easy, and we're going to go through it every step of the way. Now, I have here a 14-inch pillow and a 12-inch pillow, but we're also going to learn how to, later on in the crochet along, we're going to learn how to size it. So if you want to make like a 16-inch pillow or an 8-inch pillow, you're going to get to learn about that. We're going to talk about adjusting multiples and really sizing your pillow. If you want to make a rectangular pillow, you can totally do that as well. We're also going to talk about, so we're going to break it into parts. So we're going to break it into easy to do sections. So this week, week 1, we're talking about the project. We're talking about some supplies also. So I'm going to talk to you later on in this video. We're going to talk about some alternatives if you want to use some yarn from your stash. So substituting yarn. We're also going to talk about, I have here a store-bought pillow form inside of my cover here, but there are some alternatives you can use for different pillows, different stuffings and things. We're going to talk about that a little bit too. So this is a really good opportunity also at the end of the year to kind of use yarn you may have on hand, use some things to stuff your pillow that you may have on hand, etc. So before we get started though, if you're not on our Ravelry group and our Facebook group, the links are down below. And that is a place for our crochet along makers. And it's a really fun place where you can ask questions. There's a lot of really kind of experienced crocheters in there. People ask questions. They show off their work. There's other people too that are like, what do you think about this color? What do you think about this color? So it's a really fun place to hang out if you're working on these projects. Again, the links are down below for that. Also, if you're on social media, use the hashtag FiberFluxCal to share your work. It's really fun to kind of click on that hashtag and see all the fun projects that are happening. So without further ado, let's jump right into the supplies, and you'll have a whole week to kind of gather up what you need. And for week 2, so week 1, we're just going to kind of talk about the project and the supplies. Week 2, we're going to crochet the 2 panels, the 2 waffle stitch panels. For week 3, we're going to sandwich our panels together, grab our pillow form and seam it up, or whatever stuffing that you're using. And then week 4, for all of our crochet alongs, I always do a recap and reveal. So I'll share some more photos of the projects, and I'll also put all the parts of the crochet along and all the videos all in one handy post. So if you want to make some more pillows in the spring or make some more this season, you can always come back to it in one handy place. I like to have it all put together at the end. So let's jump right into the supplies and learn what you need to make your beautiful pillows. For this project, you'll need a pair of scissors, a tapestry needle, a 6.5 millimeter K crochet hook, and then for our yarn, we're going to be using Bernat Velvet. I thought it looked very festive and would make a nice throw pillow. If you want to use yarn from your stash or just substitute, look for a bulky 5 on the yarn weight scale. You'll look for the little yarn ball with a number in it. We're going to be using a bulky 5. And this particular yarn actually recommends the 6.5 millimeter K crochet hook, okay? So I'm not going to use all this yarn. We're probably going to have some leftovers, but we are going to be making 2 pillows. I'm going to be making a red pillow and a green pillow because I want to show you 2 different sizes. So on that note, we'll come back to this yarn in just a minute, but we're going to be making a 12-inch pillow I'm going to use the green yarn for this one. And then we're also going to be making a 14-inch pillow, because I think that when you have throw pillows of different sizes, they layer nicely and they just add a little bit of extra texture and visual appeal when they're different sizes. And you might want a particular size. So I'm going to show you how to make one a little bit bigger and then a smaller pillow. So as for the pillow, I have pillow forms. So again, this is a 12-inch pillow form. This is a 14-inch pillow form. They're pretty easy to find at the craft store and some of the larger stores in the craft aisle. However, if you can't get a pillow form, don't have one, what have you, you can always make your own stuffing. So we're going to be making 2 panels and seaming them together. So you can use yarn scraps, fabric scraps. You could just use, now this pillow is made by the Polyfill people, but they make that stuffing for stuffed animals. You can just put stuffing right into your pillow without the form as well. You could use cotton balls, any kind of extra things that you have around the house that would make good stuffing. You totally use that. You just want to make sure as you're stuffing that it doesn't get lumpy. So just be mindful of that. But I'm going to be using a pillow form just to make it easy to show you. But a 14-inch pillow form and a 12-inch is what I'll be showing you. You don't have to make both of them. You could just make one or the other. But I will give the stitch multiples. For example, if you want to make a very large, like 16-inch pillow, or you want to make a little tiny mini pillow, I will give the multiples for our waffle stitch so that you can change it if you need to as well. And again, this pillow form is not required. You can use other things to stuff your pillow as well. So again, I'm going to be using, this is called pine. It's kind of like a forest green. And then this one is just called red. It's like a bright festive green. I'm going to make my 14-inch I'm going to make in the red, and my 12-inch pillow I'm going to make in the green. But you can do anything you want. You could do stripes or whatever you want. So that's really all you need to get started. You can totally use yarn from your stash if you want to kind of use some yarn up for the end of the year. You can use what I'm using if you like. And also for the pillow forms, you don't even really need any fancy pillow forms. You can stuff it with recycled items that you may have on hand. So you can really use things you have on hand for this project as well. Now that's really all you need to get started. And before we depart, I just wanted to mention that we have a Ravelry group and a Facebook group. So you can join those 2 groups. They're just for crochet alongs. You can show off your yarn, ask questions. There's a lot of really helpful people. And you could even like ask, like, does this color go with this color? Things like that. So it's a really fun place to hang out if you're doing the crochet alongs. Also, use the hashtag FiberFluxCal to share your work. Everybody loves to see everybody's projects. And that's all for this week. So you'll have a whole week to kind of collect what you need. And I will see you next week. Next week, we're going to make our 2 panels. We're going to crochet our 2 panels. I'm going to show you the 14-inch and the 12-inch. And we're going to learn how to do the stitch pattern, learn about the multiples if you need to customize. And we're going to do that next week. So you have a whole week to gather everything up. I will see you back for week 2. And we're going to get started on the crochet part of our project. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure and click the subscribe button to get all the latest FiberFlux video updates. Thanks again.